Good morning, my name is Jacob Folger. I'm an artist sculptor, and today we're going to make a turtle out of self-hardening clay, or what is also known as air dry clay. We're going to be working on a board, and we're going to have a couple different sculpting tools. Have a couple different things. Broken paintbrush here also. Some self-hardening or air dry clay. A cup of water with some various paintbrushes in it, and a spray bottle in case we need it to moisten the clay, and that has water in it. And we're going to start off with, now this clay is called Marblex, and it's self-hardening clay, also considered the same as air dry clay. We're going to start shaping it into a ball like this, and then roll it, which will take out the imperfections and make it a nice even surface. Takes a couple minutes to do that. There are a lot of benefits to working with self-hardening clay. It's for one thing, it's economical. It's only about $1 a pound. Okay. You can also smooth it. A little water on there. You can also smooth it with your thumb. It also is from the earth, and so it has a different feel than working with something like polymer clay, which I work with quite a bit. I really love polymer clay, but sometimes I just like to work with self-hardening clay. Okay, so now I'm going to press it onto the board to get it flat on the bottom. It's kind of an oval shape, as you can see. Now what I'm going to do is make little squares, and I'm going to make that for the texture of the shell. So I roll a little ball like this, flatten it out, shape it between my fingers to be a little square, like that. And then I'll take a sculpting tool and score it on one side, and score it where I'm going to put it on the shell. And then take a little bit of water on a paintbrush and put it on the score, and then press it into place. Get another little piece, roll it into a ball, flatten it out, shape it into a square, like that. And then just put it onto the shell, onto the base. This will give a really nice, deep looking texture to the shell. The storing will help keep the clay pieces connected well with the shelf. That one's a little bit small. We'll just take our time and go around through the whole shell. Just went around along the bottom here, and starting to fill it in. Just try to get it to fit the best you can. You can roll smaller squares if you have to fit a piece. I want to make sure this is going to fit in there. So it's kind of a rectangle shape, as you can see. A bit of water on there. Okay, so you can see the design on there now. And next we're going to do his legs. And the way to do that is to roll a ball, make it big enough to make a noodle about the size of the foot you want, like this. And then roll it back into a ball. And then make 4 balls the same size. like that. That one's a little small, so I'll add some more clay to it. That's still a little small. A little bit more clay. That's about right. Okay, so now I'm going to take a piece of wire and I want to release it from the board. So I take it, hold it to the board with my fingers, and cut it away. Like that. And then you can roll the balls into oblong shapes for the feet. And then you have to score each one like that in one end. You can use any thin piece of wire for cutting the shell away from the board. And then score the bottom of the shell where the legs are going to go. Just make sure it's going in the right place here. And then get a little bit of water on the legs and the shell, the bottom of the shell, and twist it into place. And set it back down, and you can also make a tail the same way as you made the legs, only make it smaller. Whoops. And score the tail. Score it where it's going to join the shell. Wet it. Like that. And then we'll make the head and the neck. So roll a ball. Then roll it on one end to create the neck. just rolling it to get it elongated a little bit. Let's see, kind of like that. And then you can pinch the front of the face to bring it out. Just kind of pinch it and form it. Just smoothing it with my thumb. Then you can take like a ball tool like this and put in an eye socket. On both sides. Try to get them at the same height and same distance apart. You have a good even distance from here to here. You can take a small ball of clay, put it into the eye socket. Another one. I don't know if you can see it, but his head is kind of tilted. So I'm going to tilt it a little bit more, because I think that would be pretty cute. I'm going to put in pupils. If the clay cracks on you, just add a little bit of water to it. Just a tiny bit. Then you can take a little ball of clay and roll it into a noodle shape. And put that over the eye like that. And then blend it in at the top. Another one. Just take your time with this, especially if you're new. I mean, you have to have patience with yourself. You know, you have to take your time to learn, and practicing is key. That's what's going to make you, you know, really good at this, is practicing. And then, if you can see where the pupils of the eyes are below the eyelids there, you can just bring that up. I'm a city dweller, so if you're hearing fire engines and all that sort of thing, that's why. We hear them all the time. And it's no big deal to me, but when I am making a video, I let people know that this is very normal for me since I live in the city. See, I've got his head tilted. Just going to smooth this out a little bit here. He's pretty cute like that, isn't he? Now we'll go ahead and join his, let's see, place it there and see how it looks. And then pick this up and store it. Then what you can do is probably for the legs as well, is take your finger and blend it into the shell just to make it a little bit more sturdy. It'll probably take about a week to dry, so then you can paint it the way you like. But before we knock it off and finish it up here, you can take a tool like this and you know, stipple the legs to give them a little bit of texture. And the tail. So you can see how that makes a difference. And you can also take a paintbrush and some water. I don't recommend putting a lot of water on it because you don't really need it, but you can smooth it out with the paintbrush and water. Just get all the imperfections off of it. And when your paintbrush gets full of clay, to get it to come off a lot easier is you can stab it into the bottom of the cup like this. See, it comes off a lot easier that way. And that's how you make a turtle with self-hardening or air-dry clay. So also down in the video description, down below the video, you'll find a tool and supply list which lists the type of clay I'm using and all that, and the tools. And you also find a playlist of finishes that you can do, and you can also hand paint it. You can paint it any way you want, really. with acrylics or oils or whatever you like. And you also can do those finishes, and that will be in the video description. And also, so that's what you'll find down there. And if you like this kind of content, please subscribe to my channel. I do many videos along these lines. And please give the video a thumbs up, and leave me a comment in the comment section. And thank you so much for watching, and have a great day.